That's so great. It sounds like you're just ripping a bee.
Yes.
Welcome back to Privy. Privy is a podcast about bathrooms, recorded against all better judgment from a bathroom. And I'm on location again this week, and I'm joined. I'm joining my friend Josh in his home bathroom. Josh, how are you?
Doing good.
How do you feel about what I've done to your bathroom here?
I can honestly say I never thought I'd be talking into a microphone while sitting on my toilet.
Perfect. That's the exact vibe that we want to just give everyone.
Pants are up, but I am on the toilet.
And you know what's interesting is people feel the need every time I record them to say that, and I'm okay with it, and I'm glad for it. My pants are also on right now. Yeah, so I have a number of things, and I think you know a little bit about kind of where it's going, because I have some very specific questions about a life event that you just had happen. But do you...
Hashing old wounds.
Yeah. Oh. Just yanking the Band-Aid and then dumping the lemonade onto the wound. Yeah. Yep. But we can start wherever. I don't know if you have any pertinent bathroom stories. I also have a number of questions that we ask everyone. But before we do that, tell me, because I know you a little bit. We work together at the high school. We work with students. But who are you, and where do you come from? What's your deal?
My deal?
The meanest way you can ask that question.
No, my name's Josh. I'm married. My wife also works at the school. I have 2 kids, a third on the way. Just recently had some surgery done. We'll get into that, I'm sure.
Superb.
Big time golfer. Enjoyed the last episode, so that was fun. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Sweet. Yeah. Your wife has the astute, or whatever the opposite of that pleasure is, to get to hear this nonsense through the wall. So, bless her.
It's gonna be so much fun when we're done,
Yeah.
and I walk out and she's just like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah, it's gonna be even better when it's public and
everyone knows my bathroom stories.
That's right. No, and at any time, feel free to pull the ripcord. I can do editing.
Open book.
I'm okay at it.
Open book over here.
So I did have a question. So you came from Colorado. So tell me about that. I want to know about Colorado because I have a question.
I lived there for 9 years. My dad worked for the prison. My mom worked for a pizza place, and that was,
what's
really
the name of the pizza place?
Pizza Madness. I don't know if it's there anymore, but it was right downtown Canyon City, Oregon.
City. Pizza
Colorado,
Madness.
not Oregon. I'll find my state. Don't worry.
It's okay. I went to Seattle this weekend, and like 9 times to 9 different people, I called Seattle Center Salem Center like an idiot. And every time they're just like, where's this backwoods nerd from? Okay, cool. So Canyon City. When you lived in Colorado, was Colorado still the like stereotypical weed state?
I don't remember it that way. Like I said, I was only there till I was 9. So for me, no, not so much.
Okay.
I don't know. There was a few prisons within like 10 miles of where I lived. So most of the time it was, I didn't pay much attention to it just because it seemed easier. Just be a kid. Don't do that.
Well, yeah, but I feel like the culture has like assigned Colorado as the place where that comes from.
Yeah, I think that's a newer thing. I don't remember it being a big thing when I was there.
That's good.
Yeah. There was a lot, like in the small town I lived in, there was like 9 bars, maybe 10.
Perfect.
And not a whole lot of people. So, people like their alcohol.
Yeah, I hear that. Similar story. My town had 6 bars and no post office. So I hear it. What brought you to Oregon?
Family.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Family. Cool. They just moved out. Yeah.
Pretty much all of my family. My mom's side lives in Texas.
Okay.
But all of my dad's family was here.
Yeah.
So
sweet. Hey, there you go. Well, and then we met at the school, and began working together, and it was really great. Just to share too much, I hadn't really. I used to work with this guy named Chris. He's a good guy. I still see him quite a bit, but like, I didn't have that like almost like cool connection with a coworker since Chris until you moved into the spot. So I was super pumped and am super pumped for this next year. So
oh yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. But so this last year, you had a surgery, and by that I mean you had 2 surgeries. Tell us a little bit about what you had happen to you, and specifically. By the way, this episode is brought to you by neutering your pets. Don't forget to get your pets spayed and neutered. So yeah, go ahead and tell us about your surgeries.
So I was moving a chair, went to slide it with my foot, felt a pop kind of in
It was a big chair.
Yes, it wasn't like a swivel chair. It was like a big old lazy boy chair. And I went to slide it, something I do on a regular basis, moving furniture. And just felt a little pop. Thought maybe I pulled a muscle. About a month went by and was like, yeah, that's not getting better. It's not getting much worse, but it hurts. And I don't want to hurt anymore. So we went into the doctor's office and the doctor was like, hey, you got a hernia, man. Like, we probably need to get this fixed. And I was like, well, will it take care of itself? And he was like, no, it'll either be there and you'll be in pain or you're going to get rid of it. So that was fun. And I had never had surgery up until that point. I had never had any surgery before.
Yeah.
So, like,
you always remember your first.
I hope not to. Although if you'd have asked me after the surgery, I'm not sure I could have told you about the surgery.
You and Motley Crue were vibing after the surgery, from what I hear. But so you had hernia surgery. So you also, during your hernia surgery, went in for a twofer and had your giblets fixed.
Yeah. I will say I was on the lucky end of that. Most people that get their vasectomies done, they're awake and they're aware of what's going on. And I've heard stories of like people feeling a little bit of it or like smelling some of the like, because they cauterize it. Yeah. And so I was lucky enough that I was asleep and they did my hernia surgery and my vasectomy at the same time. So it was like came out and everything was taken care of. And I didn't have to be awake for any of it. I just remember saying, look, if you guys cut off something that's not supposed to be cut off, just leave me asleep. Just call it. Pull the plug. Leave me asleep.
You needed the extra digit down there.
Mm-hmm. Very, very sore. Very sore.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. Did it affect, and I know a little bit, but feel free to share too much. Did it affect your bathroom life at all? Like,
oh dear God. So we get home. I'll just give you the story.
Perfect.
So
that's it.
Go get the we get the surgery done, and I'm in the hospital, and they're like, "Hey, you have to go pee before we can let you go home." And I'm like, "All right, cool, easy. Let's get up and go pee."
Easiest thing you've ever done.
No, I needed help out of the bed. I needed someone basically to carry me to the bathroom, and then my wife, like, I'm a nervous peer. I'm a shy peer. Yes. I don't like peeing with people there. So my wife's like, do you want me to stay in with you? And I was like, look, this isn't happening. If you stay in here with me, just stand outside the door. And so she closes the door. And she's like, all right, I'll check on you in a minute. And I'm standing in there and like, I've never had a problem peeing before, but post-surgery, Josh, it just wouldn't happen. Like I'm standing there, I'm looking at the toilet, I'm looking around the bathroom, and then I hear a knock and they're like, you've been in here a while. I was like, it feels like it's been like 10 seconds. What do you mean I've been in
You're
here a while?
You're making it worse.
Like, I was like, it literally feels like I've only been here like maybe 10, 15 seconds. And I get out and couldn't go. So I was like, well, okay. No. They're like, well, you can't go home until you go. So I was like, well, I guess let's go lay down. And Man. Somewhere in all that, I had a pudding cup, and there's a video of me floating around out there where I'm singing something about a pudding cup, and Motley Crue's involved, and it's great.
Yeah.
But so eventually, I do go to the bathroom, and that was absolutely painful.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I went pee. So I just had to go pee. So I went pee, and that was the most painful pee of my life.
Oh. Like Bernie?
Like someone's just constantly flicking the tip.
Oh,
if that makes sense. Like I have no other way of explaining it than that.
Not the tip.
Yep, just the tip. And so like I was like, okay, I've peed. Get me the hell out of here. My ass straight to be at home. So then we get out to the car, and Kayla, still being the trooper she was, because she's pregnant and she's babying me the entire time this is all happening. So she gets me into the car, and we're driving home, and like I'm still gone because I'm all high on my medications, having a good old time. And then we get home, and she gets me in the house, and basically gets me into the bed, and I'm gone. Like I'm asleep for the next, I don't know, probably close to 24 hours. Like it's just been like in and out of sleep.
Woof.
And then every once in a while I'd get up to pee and had to relive the nightmare that was that.
Oh, so this was like for a bit. This
was probably a week. I was in pain. And it gradually got better, but it wasn't. I mean, if you're somebody who has ever peed and there's any discomfort or pain, it's no fun.
Yeah.
So
that sucks.
And so like that went on, and then it was time. I was like, okay, it's time to take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Let's do this. And
did you ever have a moment with like the hurt pee where you went, is this normal? Like, is this supposed to hurt?
They told me.
Okay.
So like my pre-op appointment, they told me that there was going to be pain, there was going to be discomfort, there was going to be swelling, there was going to be, and I'll get into the swelling.
Hot.
The swelling was the worst part.
So good.
And so, so like about a day goes by, and I'm like, all right, I need to go to the bathroom, I think, and get up, go sit on the toilet, and like keep in mind, like I can't sit straight up because my abdomen's got 3 incisions on it, and it's just everything inside is just a giant nightmare right now. Like I have no ab muscles at this point. And Kayla's still just helping me in and out of bed and everything. And so like I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, let's push a little. Nothing. No, I couldn't push a little. It was the most painful experience of my life. And I was like, all right, I'm going back to bed, Kayla. And so that probably went on where I'd go and try for like 2 days.
Oof.
And then Kayla was like, maybe we need to get you a stool softener.
Increase the fiber. Yeah.
So I did that and took that, and in the morning, probably at like 8, let it marinate for a little bit. And I was like, okay, I think I can push. Like by this point, I'm like 3 days in, and I'm like, I think I can push now. Like, I think I've got just enough ab strength that I think I can push if I need to. So, like,
you sound like a pregnant lady.
No joke. Like, no joke.
Like, I make that joke with the current situation, but like, that's all I can think of when you say that.
Yeah. And
I'm ready to push.
Yeah. Oh. And so, like, the stool softener's doing its mojo. Like, I'm ready to go. Mentally, I'm like, okay, this is my Everest. If I can get up this mountain,
I've made it to the top.
It's smooth sailing from there. So then I get in there, and like, it happens. And when it happened, it was like one of those moments where like the angels came in.
Yeah.
Like, oh. And I was like, yes,
I did it. Well,
I go to lean to wipe, and I have already used all ab power I have. And it was just this pain. It was like I went from high as a kite, went to the bathroom, felt good, to going to wipe, and just nothing. Like, I was like, well, maybe I'll sit for a minute, because like it just hurt. And eventually I got through all that and got up and went to my bed and laid back down for another 6 hours, because that was all I could do. And that was, once we got past that point, it wasn't so bad, other than the swelling. Like, everything from basically my belly button down was just a little bit swollen.
Yeah, everything.
And then the boys were like 2 pineapples.
But like, excuse what now?
Like pineapple. Like, it was just, they were huge. It was awful. I couldn't lay on, like, I'm a side sleeper. I couldn't lay on my side to sleep, because like there's too much there, so you got to lay with your legs spread. Like,
oh my gosh!
And now I don't know what of that was vasectomy and what of that was the hernia surgery, but they told me that both of them were gonna cause swelling down there, so it all just kind of ran together.
So because you combo dealed it, it was like, listen, you're gonna have like, we're talking softball, billiard ball, billiard. That's scary.
Right side Like,
jeez.
billiard left side softball. Like,
no way.
It was bad.
Oh my god.
It was painful. It was like the worst part of the whole thing.
It's like a weird truck nut.
Physically was the swelling down there. It was like getting past that.
Dude,
awful.
You should get a set of truck nuts for your truck, but like get them sized for that moment of your life.
I don't want to relive that moment of my life ever
but
again.
Then like it would be fun for when people see the weird truck nuts on your truck. They could be like, "Hey, why are they oddly shaped?"
Oh yeah, my nuts were swollen. I had surgery. Next time I get surgery, I'll call you over and you can come see. Like, I don't need to relive that.
Oh my gosh. So you have to have been boxers only at that. Like there's not a briefs that's gonna situate that.
It was mostly just like basketball shorts and and like spreading them and just hoping that I didn't close my legs too quick. Like,
did you have to sit on the peas, the frozen peas?
No, I had really good medication and
good.
They made because you had the vasectomy. No, they don't. They're like sit on some peas. Power through. You should be fine. I mean, but the hernia side of it, they were like, nah, you need some good stuff. So like,
dang,
I got the good stuff. I'm at home and like outside of alcohol, I don't do anything. Like I don't take medications very often. I don't take anything like that. And like the medication they gave me, I was gone. I mean, I was making purchases online. We had packages showing up. The wife's looking at me like, what's that? I'm like, couldn't tell you, but I'm going to open it up anyways. Might as well keep it. It's here.
Your golf
Obviously,
monthly.
I wanted it. Like, I mean, I got golf water bottles showing up. I've got golf balls showing up. Like, clothing showing up. Like, it was great. And then, so I was I was happy that the medication only lasted for about a day or two.
Yeah,
because I had to get off of it in order to get back to work. But it was fun while it lasted, making purchases that I can't get in too much trouble for.
Yeah. Did was it like Oops All Liquid that first one after though, or was it like solid? Because I feel like when you're on, it was
like a soft solid.
Okay,
it wasn't liquid.
Like a 4 or 5.
Yeah, it wasn't a 10.
Perfect.
It wasn't a 10 and it wasn't a 1. It was like 4 or 5.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm with that. I jive around there most of the time.
The whole thing was a brutal fight. So it like I got done and I was like sweating it was like I looked down and was just disappointed like that was it.
Yeah, you're pissed that it's not bigger. Like
Yep. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Cool. So you're all fixed. Which is how I think of it.
I mean, they said I'm all fixed, but they said I'd be sore for about a year. So every once in a while, there's some pain in there that from the hernia surgery.
That sounds
the vasectomy. I'm all done. Like
yeah.
If it didn't work, someone's gonna have some explaining to do.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Hey, if it didn't work. Well, very good. Do you? Outside of that, do you have any other like personal like bathroom horror stories or like even things from growing up of like, man, this one time I got locked in my aunt's bathroom and I almost.
So it's not a bathroom, but it does involve.
Perfect.
So we had my son had just been born, and my wife had a pretty rough labor.
Yeah.
So she had to go off to surgery and everything. And then we got back, we got to our room and I had to do the first diaper change. It was just pee. It was all good. And then.
Oh, how lucky.
And then at Good Sam there in Corvallis, they've got like a jet tub that the moms are allowed to go into and sit in and kind of relax after Kayla had left and gone to do that.
Yeah.
And like maybe 5 minutes after she leaves,
they can sense it.
The baby, Gabriel just decided like, you know what, I'm going to start crying. And like my baby experience was the like 2 hours. He had been born before that. There was nothing. I had nothing. I had never been around babies.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want anything to do with babies and stuff. And so, like, he starts crying, and I'm like, I'm the only person in here. It is me.
And this child.
And my son. Like I changed one diaper, but other than that, I've done nothing so far. Like, and so I'm like, I checked off the boxes. I cut the umbilical cord. My wife got through without killing me. Like, we're good. Like, no, not so much. So I'm standing in the room and he's like crying and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So, okay. I'm like, all right, maybe he needs a diaper change. Let's do this. And so I get my diaper. Forgot to get the wipes.
Yep, there it is.
Had no idea that I needed those. So I undo the swaddle that the nurse had obviously done for me. Yeah. Take off the diaper, and it was just like a black tar.
Yes.
And that's not. I've heard people say that that's awful. It wasn't that bad for me. Like, I think the initial baby crap. And like after they get through the like liquid food phase crap, those two aren't so bad. It's that liquid food, the formula, the breast milk, all that shit's awful. Yeah, like that
the disaster zone
up the back of the neck. I want no part of that. Yeah. I'm like, throw the onesie away, throw the diaper away, take the kid outside, hose him off. Like, I don't care.
Put him in the shower.
Yeah. So. But anyway, so I'm standing there. It's this black tar. I'm like, okay, get the wipe. I have no damn wipe. Yeah. Like, and naturally it's on the cart that's got everything, but like, I'm in new dad.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Zero experience.
100%.
I'm like, one hand on the baby, making sure he doesn't move.
Fly away.
And my head is just on a swivel, looking left and right, trying to figure out like, where the hell are the wipes? Yeah. Like, who
took the wipes?
Why didn't they walk me through this? Like, it's real. Like, I'm like, nobody walked me through. They didn't tell me that the wipes were supposed to be where they're not just there. So calm myself down, find the wipe, and I'm like, okay, got it. Got the wipe on, and Gabriel like kicked his leg, and my hand goes into his like vial that's there, his tari. So then I'm like, okay, well, let's finish the diaper. Get the diaper on. Keep in mind, I still have like on the back of my hand because I'm like one hand on the baby at all time because he will fly away naturally if I take my hand off. So then it's like we're getting down to it. I got the diaper on. I got poop on the back of my hand. Pick up Gabriel, and then the nurse walks in right as I finished. And I don't know if I was mad at them, but I just remember looking at them and being like, where the hell did you all go? There's a baby in here. Like, and the nurses couldn't have been any nicer. I think he just kind of laughed and he was like, are we okay? And I'm like, we are now. Like, he changed his diaper, but like, I will never forget that first poop diaper because I just remember the nurse walking in, me having on the back of my hand. Gabriel's got like his diaper on, but it's like cockeyed and like barely strapped together. Like, I think if I'd have shook him a little bit, it probably would have just shimmied right off his legs. And so like then nurse comes in, I'm yelling at him and like not yet, I'm just yelling in his direction. It's like, where'd you go? Why'd you leave me?
I needed you.
You guys are supposed to be taking care of not just her and the baby, but I'm here too. Like, no, it's and then so I get cleaned up. He helps me re-swaddle Gabriel, and then Kayla walks in. I'm like, yeah, it was fine. Yeah, it was all good. Everything was fine. It was perfect.
I've already changed him twice.
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep now.
Yeah,
but
dude, you're 100% right because most of what you just described was also like I didn't get the poo on the back of my hand, and I don't say that as like, oh, I did it any different, but like I just stood there staring at my son with the black tar dookie, and I'm like, is there something wrong? Like I like, what do I do? And again, scrambled for why, like all of that, and you can read. This is what I've told like other people who, especially like younger people, are like, oh, I don't know if we're ready for a kid. I'm like, you aren't gonna be. Like, the only way you can read and you can watch all the videos and you can have me tell you all of this, but like you just until it's real, it's not real. Like you can't prep yourself. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I read nothing. I knew nothing. I went into it knowing nothing. I mean, I got through it.
Yeah,
I had a lot of help from Kayla because she was pretty on it and pretty ready to go. But I was like, they left me in that room, and I was like, well, I guess it's just me and the baby.
Yeah.
This is the way it goes. Like,
yeah.
And then they don't tell you that, like, they don't tell you, like, hey, when they pee, if the diaper's not there, it's gonna go like over your shoulder, 2 rooms over, out the window, and hitting the side of your neighbor's house. Like, that stuff flies.
Have your kids hit you?
Oh God, Gabriel, it was like I think up until like 1, he was consistent.
Really?
I just wasn't catching on. Like, dude. And it was always like before bath, because like you get him undressed, that does it. You do the thing, you'd pick him up, you'd go to set him in, and you'd like set him down, and all of a sudden you've got like piss running down the front of your shirt, and you're like, all right, well,
dude,
there we are.
You know, like my son has never got me. Like he got me once, like when he was 4. Because he went to pee and like missed the toilet and got my foot, and I'm like, come on, you're old enough to
or something.
But like his sister, dude, she's got me, but both with brown and yellow. Like hit me with both, and I'm like, you were not supposed to be the one who does this. Like you're not supposed to be able to do this function this way.
I've never gotten the yellow. I've never gotten the pee from my daughter. Gabriel got me a couple times, like. Pretty consistently, like before baths. Like, and it just was me not really paying attention to it. Be like, all right, time for bath. Let's, do the undress thing, pick you up, put you in, and well, I've got piss on my shirt again. Delaney, she's like a squirmer though. Like you're going to change her, and she's a squirmer. I have to watch my hands when I'm changing the brown. Because, like, she'll roll or she'll put my hand in it, and then she just, like, looks. Like, I can tell. She's, like, looking me in the eye, and she's like, got you. Like, gotcha. Like,
I've got your number. You just wait.
Yeah. It's exactly what it is.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, that's, being a new parent and the bathrooming. I mean, you're not now. You're seasoned veteran. But those early days of kids bathrooming are just like... Please make it stop.
And there's no such thing as like a seasoned veteran. My son and daughter are so different. Even down to like the bathroom stuff. Like even then it's like Gabriel would just chill and be like, do the thing, clean me up. Delaney's like, no, I'm gonna make this a living hell and squirm as much as I can.
Yeah.
I don't know what my third kid's gonna be like. Probably throw at me while I'm trying to change them. Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's no figuring it out. Yeah. They're all different. Every time you think you've got it, they're like, ha.
Surprise!
Curveball real quick.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So any other bathroom tales of woe or wonder?
None that I like off the top of my head. Have I told you any that you can think of? I don't think I've got nothing off like the top of my head.
It's one of those things where because people never really stop going to the bathroom, what I've told people is like it just sets us up for part 2. And
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, so and what I found also, so I have a number of questions I ask everybody on the show. And so usually what happens here is people get into these and they go, oh, actually, wait a minute, I have a story. The first is, and I've been trying to like covertly identify, but it's not you could correct me if I'm wrong, but what type of toilet paper do you guys operate with here?
Oh, we go Kirkland here.
That's Kirkland signature, huh?
I don't think this is Kirkland signature.
I was gonna say.
I think this might be the Charmin.
I was gonna say
because it was like $1 cheaper at Costco or something like that. I don't know at the time. And
the beautiful bears.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. I don't know. Oh, open that cabinet right behind you. Open the cabinet.
Real time.
Lower one. What's in there? What's in there?
Oh yeah, that's red bag Charmin.
Yep.
That's the thick stuff too. You can use that as paper towel if you're in a pinch. No.
Probably could though.
It's
like,
thick.
No joke.
Okay, so but normally Kirkland signature.
Yeah.
Perfect. I respect that because that's what I use on myself. When you do your bathrooming and you go to do the wipe job, do you fold or do you crumple? First of all, like what's the mechanism that gets the paper into the proper area?
So it depends on the job done.
It depends on something.
On the job done. So if it's been a good one, like
wet?
Yeah, if it's been a wet one,
okay.
I'm gonna roll it around the hand guy. Like I'm gonna get it rolled around, get everything nice and covered, get in there, wipe it down, let it happen. You know?
In there.
If it's pretty easy going though, I'm not opposed to being the crumple guy.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think
I'm not the guy that's gonna sit here and pick a preferred way. I'm in here. If it went well, I'm happy.
But so by that logic though, you would say that the crumple is less effective. I'm just I'm cool with that. I'll bear my heart on my sleeve.
No, I'm not saying that. I feel like the roll method, when you roll it around your hand, I feel like there's too much slide if it's on your hand. You have to be right on getting that tight around the hand if you're going to use that method.
Do you ever roll it around your hand and then take it off and kind of use it as like a wipe on yourself?
I don't like that method.
Really?
No. If it's rolled around the hand, it's staying
in
place. I don't like taking it off the hand. I might as well. I'd rather crumple.
Oh, you do the two things that just terrify me the most, which is like leaving it like a glove, which freaks me out. Like,
were you worried about the tip of your fingers?
Yes. Because here's why. Do you know how often I just hole punch myself with my own method? And it's like, well, friggin' dang it. And so now I just have loose digits on the end of the paper. Like, I can't have this. And the crumple, I think it's fine, except for, to me, there's too many variables. Like,
I like the variables.
You like
keeps it exciting, keeps things fresh in the
on
the porcelain throne.
Excitement is not what I want at that point. Like, I'm cool with excitement at every stage up to the wipe job.
Oh man, after the hernia surgery, when I couldn't go, nothing has been more exciting than going to the bathroom and not being in pain.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's hey. Also, visually, but feel free to share with the audience here. I noticed that your toilet paper folds over and not under on the roll. Is that a preferential or accidental thing?
That's my wife will put me in a psychiatric hospital if it goes anywhere but forward over the top.
So your wife and my wife are on the same train of thought. Run me through your process though, because that's what we need to hear.
The process.
Yeah. So when you change the roll, what do you do?
I don't.
You just stick it on there, right?
Just wait for me to leave, and then my wife to magically fix the roll the way it's supposed.
Right.
Not
but
really. No, I don't.
You
not
can't
to
say
me.
it out loud
not
because
to me.
You know that
it doesn't matter.
Perfect. Yeah.
Not
to
you.
You
Can probably flip it either way.
Yeah.
For this model of toilet paper holder.
Yeah.
If it was mounted to the side of the thing, yeah, it's got to go over because I don't want my fingers hitting the cabinet.
Oh my gosh, that's the most. Okay, so
I don't care,
right?
But I don't want to jam my finger on a cabinet trying to get my paper either.
So you're good with like possibly getting your finger in your B when it slips through the roll that you've created on your hand.
Yeah.
But you're worried. How aggressively are you reaching for paper that like...
How aggressively was the I mean, did I take off? Was it a get out of the car? So you're coming home from, Salem, the old Red Lobster, driving down the road, and it hits you, and you're like, oh no. You pull into the driveway, pants are around the ankles before you've even got the door unlocked, and you're just barely making it? Yeah, I don't want to jam my finger on the...
But at the point you'd be reaching for paper, you're done.
That's what you're exhausted. You don't need to, maybe you're so tired that
you've exerted yourself.
To get it. You're just like, ooh. I'm telling you, at one point I had just had surgery and there wasn't a whole lot of leaning left and right without stopping.
The surgery was a
was an eye opener to my pooping.
It was a key memory in your life.
Yep.
Keeping it that way forever. Are you a bar soap or a liquid soap lad? Mostly in the shower is where, because I mean, I'm not gonna say nobody, but like I think most people have converted to liquid soap for their sinks. Mostly I think it's a guest thing.
Yeah.
But in the shower,
and it's cleaner. Maybe not cleaner, but it looks cleaner than a bar of soap sitting on the tidier.
Yeah. So, but when you're in the shower, what are you soaping yourself with?
I'm like the all-in-one guy. Like I'm like, hey, this one's on discount. It's the 3-in-1. Run the whole body kind of thing.
So you do hair and body all in the same bottle.
Yeah, but like I don't.
That's bravery.
I do what I do, I start at the top, work my way down.
Just let it soap itself all the way down as you go.
Well, you start with the hair, then you get, everywhere else, and then you keep working down, and then as the water,
Yeah.
You don't start with the feet and work your way up. And
so that has to be liquid soap.
That's not okay.
It has to be liquid.
Yeah. I mean, I have purchased bar soap in the past.
What brand?
I don't know. There was
the green bars?
I don't know. Whatever's at like $2 at the Marshalls.
It's gotta be the green bars.
No, because it's never a grocery store purchase. It's like hey, we went to Marshalls to like see if we can find a fun graphic tee or something, and I walked by the little soap stand, and there's like a bar of soap that says like smells like man, or smells like whiskey, or smells like kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, let's give it the old college try.
The impulse soap buy.
It's a real thing. Don't knock it till you've tried it.
I'm also a simple person when it comes to soap, and my wife, it drives her absolutely bonkers. I currently have like the $1 bottle of Suave that like is water thin. Yeah. She's just like, you don't have to live this way.
And I'm not opposed to using like shampoo as a body wash either. Like if it's all I got at the time, I'm good with it.
Soap is soap. So would you use conditioner?
If it'll clean my hair, why won't it clean my body? That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Like, I'm with you.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Would I use what?
Would you use conditioner for body wash?
God, no. It's either going to be the combo. Like I don't know that I would waste my time buying conditioner kind of thing. Like my hair is about as short as it can be if it's not getting any softer.
Yeah.
Like the conditioner, I just avoid. I walk right by it. I'm like, you know what? I got my 2-in-1 soap. I don't need anything else.
But what if it had all three?
So if it had shampoo, conditioner, I can get down with that.
Okay,
but I'm not buying conditioner. I'm buying the shampoo.
Refuse to buy it.
It's like I'm like the shampoo. It's like the shampoo's the party, and it'll bring the conditioner and the soap. But I'm not just going to the conditioner to hang out. Like, no, we'll meet at the party.
Yeah, right. How do you feel about baths? Like. Go for it. How do you feel about baths? Okay.
I feel like I'm sitting in my own filth.
It's such a you've said it so well. Now, besides, well, man, that's really just going to single people out. Does anybody enjoy baths?
Like, and I'm, I weird flex, but like I've got a hot tub. Like I don't need to sit in the bath.
Yeah.
Like the bath is weird to me. Like,
yeah, I agree.
As an adult, the bath that I use is the same size bath that like my kids use.
It's too small.
If I'm trying to sit in that bath, there's a good chance my feet are up the wall and my head is resting on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not worth it.
The only thing that's wet is like my belly.
Yeah.
And
your butt.
My middle range.
Yeah. The middle range.
Upper thigh, maybe. Like. And
yes. Yeah, it's not worth it. So run me through because the thought process with the hot tub. So it's not like the human soup. Why is the hot tub not human soup? Like, I agree with you. I'm with you.
So you buy the shock, you buy the chemicals,
yes.
You've got your tester, you put it in the water, you pull it out, you match up the colors with the other colors.
Yeah.
It tells you, hey,
it's not human soup.
It's clean.
Yeah.
You're not sitting in particles here. You're having a good old time. This is clean water.
Everyone's safe.
Join us.
There's no pink eye here.
Yeah, no particles in the air when you got a clean hot tub.
Yeah. Hey, So I agree with you. I'm glad after the crumple fold situation, I was getting worried, but we're good.
Don't do that. You're better than that.
You've shared
just
too much.
Let me crumple, fold, and enjoy it. Okay?
So you're shower guy. When in the shower, now this is where I've found things can get weird.
Okay.
Have you ever taken a dark shower
With the lights off?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what caused you to do it?
I used to work nights.
Okay.
And there was nothing better than coming home and leaving the hall light on.
Yes.
Getting in the bathroom, grabbing a beer and having a shower beer with the lights off and getting it all cleaned up. Like,
so you
I worked at a particle board mill.
Okay.
And so there was always like wood particles floating through. So you get home and you just be a mess. Like, I usually had to turn the light on before, like, after I had relaxed, I'd flip the light on to make sure I was all clean and everything. But like, no, that beer with the light off shower.
Yeah. Oh. So you comboed it. That's okay. So you've answered part 1. Have you ever drank anything in the shower? Cold beer in the shower is your like.
Oh, it doesn't. I mean, like, if I had a Slurpee, I'd probably drink a Slurpee in the shower. Yeah, it makes a little.
It's got an open top though. Like,
well, you keep it out of the. You got arms.
It's a lot of effort. It's just a lot of effort to manage that.
That seems fair.
You could put a strip of duct tape over the top of it.
I feel like there's a lid that somebody's invented that this should work.
But the Slurpee lid is not that lid.
Yeah.
It's so open.
I don't know that I would feel clean after like drinking a Slurpee in the shower just because I know what 7-Elevens look like.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Slurpee was a bad example.
I think people have pooped in 7-Elevens, just like not in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Because the only reason I say that is because we went to the 7-Eleven in Chicago in high school, and they had the like single stall bathroom that locks, and there was a dude posted up in there, and I'm pretty sure a homeless guy pooped in the corner. Like, I'm just now remembering all that. You've brought that back.
That's what I'm here for.
And then my teacher like rushed us out. But anyway, so any other drinks in the shower?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed. Like, you know,
how often do you do this?
Not as often as I'd like. A lot of, I think. Yeah, not as often as I like.
Having kids slows this. And I think it's you don't want to set the standard of like, this is cool.
See, like, and I think I feel like I need to start doing it more so my son knows that, like, hey,
it's okay.
Maybe I am thirsty when I'm in the shower, and maybe I don't want water.
And you don't,
maybe I want a Capri Sun while I'm taking a shower.
You ever turn the shower head over and you just smack that to cold for a second and just get a big gulp right out of the shower head?
No, because I don't care. Warm water.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I used to have a college professor who drank hot water. And
that's weird. If it's on like a regular bit, that's weird. When I'm in the shower, if the water's hot, I'm fine with it. I'll drink some warm water.
Oh, man.
But if I'm going to like work and like, I'm like, yeah, warm water. Let's get some hot water.
Yeah, right?
No, that's weird. That's weird. I don't know that my wife would let me leave with like hot water. She's a water snob, so like she needs ice.
Dude, my wife is too
filtered.
Yes.
I'm like, let's go get the hose.
It tastes weird out of the tap.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it tastes good.
Yeah,
it tastes like they've added fluoride to keep my teeth from rotting. No, man, that is funny. Yeah. Anyway, have you ever eaten anything in the shower?
No, I have eaten while taking a though.
Perfect. Yes.
And this brings me back to the particles thing. Like, I know what I'm doing, but like out with the old, in with the new is what I'm saying,
There's something uncanny about like the feeling of it going in and coming out the other end at the same time.
Nothing like it.
It changes you.
Makes you feel like a man.
What were you eating on the toilet?
I'm a big fan of pizza on the toilet, like leftover pizza, not hot pizza,
but
cold, like leftover cold pizza,
or like I had pizza earlier this evening and it's kind of just been cooling, and so now it's like room temperature.
Oh, I'd get down. I'd take it while I was eating that pizza. Yeah, beer in one hand, pizza in the other.
Somebody turn King of the Hill on. I'm missing it.
Damn it, Bobby.
Dude, oh, that's awesome. Pizza. Huh. Have you ever dropped your slice? Like mid range?
No, God, no. If it hits the ground, the game's over. Like, I'm not picking the That's when, like, there's particles on the ground that have rested there. Like, not necessarily poop, but the particles in the air.
Well, and pea spray. That's
I got kid. I got a 5-year-old who's still figuring out how to work everything. So he's
he'll miss not always the best.
Yes.
There's a thing that people do. They eat an orange like an apple in the shower. Have you ever heard or done this? You take the apple, like you take the orange and you peel it like normal, like you get rid of the rind, but then instead of like eating it like a normal person, like cutting it and like not, you just kind of apple bite it and it just juices, but you're in the shower, so who cares?
Not a fan.
Okay, so the stickies.
No, God, okay. No. I could get on board with like eating an apple like an apple. But no, I don't even eat that many oranges. But like if I am eating an orange,
that's right.
Yeah, I got
You're
that.
The citrus.
Yeah,
yeah.
If I am eating,
I'm not
an
trauma
orange,
informed.
So like if I am eating an orange, I want it in the
orange form.
The traditional orange form.
Yeah,
like
got it.
But I don't eat that many oranges.
Yeah, because it will hurt you.
Yeah.
So you're in the shower and the urge hits. You got to purge it. The brown snakes make an appearance. How do you handle that while you're in the shower?
Oh God,
there's three options.
Long? I'm not. I have waffle stomped. Perfect. I will. It is not my method though.
But
it is not my. It. Yeah.
So tell me more about when you did do that.
It's probably like I think it was like my freshman year of high school, and like our
what high school?
South Albany.
So good.
So like the front of my parents' house, there's like the traditional tub and shower, and then in my parents' room they have like the nice stand-up shower.
Yeah.
With the great, that's where it was like the freshman. They were camping out of town, and I was at home alone. And I was like, "Oh man, I gotta go." And like I was using the good shower because like, that's what you do.
You stomped it into the good shower.
Okay, and it wasn't intended that way. It was like hey, maybe I'll give it a shot. Like maybe,
yeah.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Really?
No, it just feels... I feel like I need a shower after the shower.
Well, you're already in there.
Yeah, but I feel like I have to get out and reset. Like, the whole thing needs to be reset.
I have to redo the whole thing.
Yep.
Weird. Okay. Your parents know?
So, probably... No. I'm an avid, like, pre-shower pooper. Like, I make it a point to, like get in the bathroom, lock both doors because I got 2 entries into the bathroom. Lock the door to the master. Lock the door to the living room. Flip up the toilet. Oh,
because you're bathroom shy.
Yeah, I don't like people coming in and even my son will like bang on the door and be like, "What are you doing? Let me in!" And I'm like, "Go away, or this is gonna take much longer than it needs to."
That's so funny.
And like, I'm not like a shy person.
Yeah.
So the whole concept of being a shy bathroom person, it's baffling to me. Like, I just don't. Yeah. But, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel. I feel like I should be able to, and I just can't. Like,
yeah.
And it was a post-high school thing. Because, like, I used to take with the stall door open.
Yeah.
and have, like, a meetup at 2:30. Like,
I'm still that way. Like,
and so, like, I don't know. Somewhere after high school, I just.
Yeah.
I lost the will. I lost the will to poop with the door open. Yeah. Like it just.
Dude,
things
I still
changed.
Never locked the door.
Changed.
Like,
but yeah, back to your I'm definitely a. If I need to poop, I'm either waiting till I'm done. Yeah. If I'm in the shower, I'm either waiting till I'm done and then I'll go and boom. Because like if it's coming. If you're healthy and you're feeling good,
you're healthy.
you know it's coming. Like you're like, ooh, okay.
That's what she said.
Let's get the let's get the soap out. Let's get cleaned off and.
So you're getting out and going and redepositing in the toilet.
Yeah, but it's not often. Like I said, I'm a very, very like consistent poop before I shower guy.
Preload. Under any circumstances, would you poop into your hand and like reach out of the shower and toss it in the toilet?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because that's method 3 that people offer.
And it's not that I'm opposed to method 3.
And I think it's just insane.
Method 3 feels like if it's
illegal.
If it's like a big log too, like there's a good chance that bad boy's folding over your hand and landing on the floor. You're only getting like a half of it in the where it needs to be. The other half is on the floor.
My thing is, I'm not producing anything solid enough to perform this. I drink too much coffee. It's not a thing to function that way. Like, it would just create a bigger mess.
Yeah, no, it's not okay. Either do it before
it should do it after. Like,
and even like, but you're okay with the waffle stomp. So like,
but by
where's
okay,
the line?
So by okay, I mean that's like under extreme circumstances.
Okay,
like in my personal life, if it hits that bad and I can't just finish my shower, I get out, I dry, I go to the bathroom, and then I get in and finish my shower. Like. That's method 1 to me. But method 2 is when it's like emergency time. And like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And I would rather have the accident in here with the running water in the drain than right outside of here where I have to explain it to my wife as a grown adult man.
Yeah.
That's where like, that's why the waffle
That's the worst
exists.
Conversation too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can we talk?
Yeah. Have you ever?
And then your wife's like, what? And you're like,
Have you ever had an undie accident and had to explain it to her?
1 week ago.
No way.
1 week ago.
What happened?
Yeah. So
I got him.
So like, you got to appreciate that I didn't lie about it either. So
yeah,
like,
you could have just been like, no, that's never happened.
No, yeah, it happens. Okay, so like, I'm perfectly healthy, perfectly fine, doing my homework.
Well, you're shooting blanks, so there is that.
Shooting blanks.
Anyway,
yeah.
Proceed. Just starts crying.
No, so I'm like doing homework. Kayla's like, hey, me and her best friend Mackie, we're going to go and take the kids to do something. I can't remember what they were doing. They went and did something though. I was like, all right, cool. Oh, they went to the fair. They went to
cool. Yeah,
Lynn County Fair. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay. I got a lot of homework to do. Like, I'm going to do some homework. So I'm at my desk in my computer chair, doing my homework, really grinding it out. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have me a bowl of cereal, and got a bowl of cereal.
What cereal?
Reese's Puff.
Oh yes. Okay, go ahead.
That's my go-to this evening.
Perfect.
Tonight after this, I think.
Perfect.
Been thinking about giving the peanut butter bowl thing a try. By the way,
you gotta do it.
So we're doing the thing. I'm doing the homework, and I'm like, man, I had gas. Just for some context, I had gas all day.
Yeah,
like it was bad. Like I was like, whew, something's not right in there today. And you know, I just kind of did the lean.
Yeah,
and then I came back down and I went, something's not right in there.
Cue the music.
Something's not right in there. So I got up and I knew, like,
yeah,
you know, I'm 29 years old. I know. I knew what happened.
Yeah.
And so I did the waddle all the way to the bathroom, finished it. Because, like, when it happened, it's almost like I tried to pull everything. I was like, whoa! Got up, did the waddle to the bathroom, finished it all out, took a shower. We got rid of all of it. It was like, see you later. Got rid of the underwear, got rid of the short. They're gone. They're somewhere in the landfill now. But
like you tossed them.
Oh, they were. Yeah,
it was that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad, but it felt gross.
Right.
Like I was
you
like,
had to destroy the evidence.
Dude, I'm on a podcast.
Well, I know
there is no evidence. No, I texted him
for the moment.
The second it happened, I texted him. I was like, "Hey, it happened."
Dude, your honesty gets you into trouble. Is all that we're learning. Like,
oh, it's so much fun though.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Fun.
That's true.
What's the point in lying? There's no fun in lying.
Imagine she comes home from the fair and it's like, "How'd it go?" And you're like,
"Homework's done."
Homework's done. Why are your shorts different? I got scared.
The weather.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I didn't like the other ones.
No, I had shot her a text and I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Like, cause like I had texted her earlier. I was like, how you doing? Cause she's pregnant and she doesn't do well in the heat and it was sunny. And I was like, how you doing? She's like, not doing great. It's the, the sun's out. There's a lot of people kind of thing. And I was like, well, I shit myself. So, can I win this one kind of thing? But yeah.
Dude, at least she has a reason to not do well in the heat. Cause like, I'm just a human and I can't function in the heat.
Oh, no, that's her problem.
Yeah.
Just being a human and can't function.
Oh, yeah.
Let's put it this way. If she wasn't pregnant, she still wouldn't be able to function.
But I bet you, but it's only worse. Like, it can't be made better.
Oh, no.
By the fact that you just have like a tiny little furnace inside of you.
I do not envy pregnant women.
Oof.
Like, you can have that. Like, I want no part of that.
Yeah. And I mean this in like the nicest and most like same train of thought. No part of the experience seems good.
Nope.
Like, yep.
And like, she's in the next room over, so I'm probably gonna get in trouble for like half the shit I've said. But like, I'm just kidding. They're like the bullshit of like, wow, you're glowing. I'm like, look, my wife's pretty.
Yeah.
But she ain't glow. Like, it's not a glow. Like, it's like, you look really pretty. You are 9 months pregnant, though. Like, it's not fun. Nothing about it is fun.
No, it's not.
It's like getting kicked in the nuts and somebody being like, wow, you look great. Like, no, you don't look great.
Like
you look like you're on the ground
in
like
the fetal position. It's
having
a hernia and vasectomy surgery and people telling you, hey, you just look vibrant.
And even then, I think I'd rather have the vasectomy and hernia surgery over again than have to be pregnant for 9 months.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, and then also do the part that comes after being pregnant 9 months. Anyway, do you have any bathroom pet peeves?
Yeah, I don't want people walking in on me while I'm doing my business.
Okay.
I'm not. So like, I didn't know this until I started like, because my master bathroom, it's not very big. So it's like, hey, Kayla, it's yours. Like,
it's bigger than he lets on.
It's not huge.
It's perfectly serviceable.
Oh my God. Okay. He could, just so we're clear, Hunter could be fine with like a bucket and some water and he'd make it work as a bathroom. Like, just so we're clear, that would work.
The trick when you go camping is to dig one big hole. And stick the lawn chair with a hole cut in the bottom of it over top.
I can't even argue that. But anyways, so like, I'm finding since I started sharing a bathroom with like my kids, I'm finding I don't like toothpaste on the damn counter. It drives me off the wall.
Every single guy I have talked to says the toothpaste left on the counter or in the sink, that's it for me.
Oh God, I'm not a violent human being, but it makes me want to
really
just kick my son, like kick him right in the back of the head.
Oh, see, like to me, I'm like, oh, this is fine. Like I don't like it, but I'm like,
So there's that.
The toothpaste.
Oh, I don't like running out of Q-tips.
Dude, I don't use Q-tips.
What do you use? How do you clean your ears?
Okay, so
I feel like our friendship's gonna hurt.
Listen,
right now.
Your body. I'm trying to like make it sound like I'm not from like the year 1500 right now. You
would have thrived during the year 1500. Just so we're clear. Like,
yeah, except for like the weird like food situation because like I'm pretty picky.
Yeah.
But so like you can feel like when there is wax buildup.
You've lost me already. Like,
and I'm not saying you don't deal with it. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But like, it kind of itches, and you can, and you just get a wet rag, or you get like a piece of toilet paper, and you just kind of, and you're done. But you're not supposed to stick the Q-tips in your ears. You're not supposed to do it. It's on the box.
It's not in there. Oh. There. Okay, I'll take your word for it. But
it's a safety thing, and I used to.
My whole life is just crashing down right now. Thanks for that.
And feel free to do it because
I'm going to do it because I don't like running out of
also,
Q-tips.
my tonsils are weird. That's yeah. And if I clean my ear too deep, I'll like gag. It's really fun. And so I don't have that experience anymore because I am doing this new like surface wiping situation.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I get less water in my ear too. It's kind of fun. Huh. And I know that's like, oh, that means you have a little bit in there, but like, yeah.
Your body produces it. I imagine you're supposed to have a little bit, but I don't know. I'm not smart enough to make that decision.
So running out of Q-tips is the peeve.
I don't like running out of Q-tips.
How do you run out? Like there's like 500 in a box.
I hope to live longer than 500 days at a time.
Yeah. Oh, dude, achievement unlocked. Somebody bought my wife and I a 1,000 pack of coffee filters when we got married, and we're like nearing the end of this.
Does
container.
It feel like
it's like
is it sad?
It's like, what do we do?
You go to the store and buy more.
Yeah.
Wait. I forget who I'm talking to. You go to the dollar store and find the dollar brand.
But I've never had to buy them ever. And so it's kind of like, I kind of want to keep that running.
Oh, boy.
It definitely into the future. So toilet, toothpaste and Q-tips.
Yeah, those are probably the two. I'm not a big fan of the no toilet paper waddle either, but I wouldn't call it like a pet peeve.
Like you ran out and you gotta
I gotta do the
shimmy.
Yeah, the penguin shuffle.
Do you ever just shout out for a backup roll? Oh, you've locked both the doors.
Yeah,
it's not like. See, nobody's ever gonna be able to help you.
But I don't want the help. That's why I locked the doors.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like, it's weird because like I'll do it, but I'll like poke my head out of the one door, and then I'll walk to the other door and like take off. Like, gotta get there
to get the paper.
Yeah, or I'll just like flush this toilet and I'll waddle to the master bathroom and just finish up over there.
That's so good. Oh my gosh. So one of the last questions here. Do you have a food establishment that just does you the dirtiest? Sets you up for failure?
Oh, yeah, because you have your Applebee's problems right now.
Yeah, it's weird. I like if you went back a year ago and said, hey, like, what do you think's the food place that has the most potential to do some harm? Applebee's bottom of the list. Like,
yeah, and I agree. Taco Bell gets a bad rep in that sense. Like, it doesn't do like much to me. Like,
just stay away from that Chipotle, like creamy Chipotle sauce. That stuff will foul you up.
Even that, it's not like something that I'm like, whew, no. I don't go to Burger King anymore. It wrecks me.
Really?
And I just, after I quit going there, I was like, I just don't really like their food all that much anyways to begin with.
Yeah.
And so like,
those chicken fries are pretty good though.
Yeah, but there's, you feel like you never get enough,
Oh yeah. They should sell them in an 18 at least because they're like half of it. Anyway.
They're just a chicken nugget. They're just a tall chicken nugget.
Yeah.
Which, boneless wing. But anyways, the McDonald's will do it to me sometimes depending on what I get. It's really like the burger, like Carl's Jr. I do fine. Burger King wrecks me.
Hardee's.
No, Hardee's isn't bad. Yeah, it's mostly McDonald's, but like I love McDonald's, so like
same.
I'm gonna have to poop at some point. Might as well make it worth it.
I used to work at McDonald's. I love it.
Yeah.
I've seen the seedy underbelly, and I'm here to eat it again. Like, didn't faze me.
Yeah,
that's saying more about me though.
I think it's just the.
Is it the burger grease establishments?
Maybe, I don't know, but like, got some violent poops after those two places.
Really?
Yeah.
Wendy's is Wendy's doing you?
I do okay with Wendy's. Wendy's is fine. It's just and it might not be. Those two establishments, it might just be that like, hey, they just happen to cross paths and woohoo! You
ever go and get, because people like the charbroil nonsense that Burger King's got going on. It's fake. It's fake. Yeah. They're not grilling anything, but yeah.
You know what gets me is the damn like Impossible burgers. like I'm not a vegetarian, but like when it's there. like I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Or if they're giving a sample, like I'll give it a shot. No, the Impossible Burgers absolutely wreck me.
Really?
If it's plant-based, there's a good chance it's coming out about an hour later in a fiery rage. Not hot, but just fast.
Wow. See, I'm too cheap to go, well, plants.
Not you. What?
And so I'm like, well, but you have a $1.49 cheeseburger that I can.
You're like,
tell
can
me
buy
more.
The $6 plant one, or I can buy the $2 real thing.
And then tell them to take
Real
all
thing.
of the plant-based materials that go onto it off of the burger.
Throw on some ketchup and mustard.
No, those both come from plants. Get them off. Get them out of here.
Wait, you eat your burger plain?
Plain, cheese only, plain and dry.
That is so.
It's delicious.
Our friend.
I will slide some peanut butter and jelly on a cheeseburger every now and then, but only like when the mood strikes me right.
See, and I can't get mad because like it's like, well, it might be good because recently my life has been opened up to chili.
Yes.
And cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, it's
if
a
you
whole
haven't
new world.
had it, 10 out of 10 recommend.
It's
like,
delicious.
It took me 2 bites. I took the first bite and I was like, what the hell am I eating? And then I took the second bite and I was like, this is good. And then before I knew it, I inhaled an entire bowl of chili and a whole cinnamon roll. And I was like, what just happened?
Yeah. I don't understand it either, but
so good.
No,
it's like a Midwest thing though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad told me that. He was like, it's like a Midwest thing. They do that in the Midwest. Like, he's like, I'm not doing it, but it's a thing.
The peanut butter and jelly on a cheeseburger, it ain't bad. It's not as good as the chili and cinnamon roll, but
that would be another one of those ones where we're like sitting in the classroom and you're like, hey, I got a burger on the way. If I get peanut butter and jelly, will you try it?
Yeah.
That would probably be the only way I would be like, yeah.
But it has to be plain and dry if you're putting that on there, because that ain't gonna. You can't have onions in there with that, or pickles. I don't do pickles.
Yeah. No, and I'm pretty basic with my burger, but I like like the cheese. I like the ketchup, mustard.
Wet.
Every once in a while, I'll throw some mayo on it.
Gosh,
but like,
it's too wet.
See,
it's all wet.
That's weird to me that you just.
It's wet.
You're like, if I'm gonna throw anything on it, it's gonna be PB&J. Like,
yeah, but peanut butter is like.
You'll put
wet.
peanut butter on anything. I'm convinced that if somebody took some dog and rolled it up in peanut butter, I'm convinced you would consider like, hey, I mean, it's got peanut butter on it.
I mean,
if you say you would, we're gonna have.
I don't think I would, but I would say it would improve the chances. Like, I wouldn't do it, but like. I think it's going to remove a smell barrier that used to exist.
You can't see his face, but he is contemplating it. Like, maybe I'd try it if like,
I wouldn't try it like because I know that
enough peanut butter can mask the
if
taste.
If it was okay, stay with me a little bit. If it was cow or horse poop, I would contemplate it more than dog poop because they are plant-eating animals, and their bacteria in their stomach is less not harmful, but less harmful to people. So when they pass it, that their turds are like less toxic to humans. So like
yucky.
If I was gonna peanut butter,
the fact that you even think you're like, I'd be more likely, worries me.
Dog, they used to do some heinous things with poo. They used to put it in their eye.
In
like ancient cultures would like rub it in their eye for like eye sores. Like they would.
That's weird.
They would take cat poop and they would mix it with other stuff and like stick it in their eyes.
I'm so happy I don't live in an ancient culture because I'd have died of some weird infection. They'd be like, "Let me put the poop on your face." I'd be like, "No."
Can I get someone to shield me while I go to the bathroom? Nobody has built doors for me to hide behind yet.
Who touched my bucket? That's my own private bucket.
They used to share a wiping stick.
That's gross.
Like they'd put
everything
a sponge,
about that's gross.
They'd put a sponge on the end of a stick and they'd like wipe and pass it down the line.
Ew.
Yeah, it's dude. Yeah, we're living in the golden age. Well, hey, I'm gonna shut this mess off. Thank you for being here,
of course,
and for sharing.
Yeah, I had fun.
Hey, I loved it. I'm going to do the shameful. I always tell people I feel like the dog in the backyard that's like squatting to poop and people are watching him when I do the outro, but I have to end it somehow. So I'm going to do the outro and I'm
here for the flush. I'm here for the flush.
Oh, yes. I'll get the mic. Yeah, I'll let you know. This has been another episode of Privy. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, feel free to follow us on social media at Privycast. Send us an email. Suggestions, say what's up, do whatever you want, privycast@gmail.com. As always, we'd like to thank Kevin MacLeod for the use of Barroom Ballet as our intro and outro music. You can find Kevin's music at incompetech.com. Thanks, Kevin. This has been another episode of Privy. Thank you so much for joining us. And now, as always, don't forget to flush.